Àwa ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Lílo ọgbọ́n orí láti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn náà chọ́ọ̀chì.
Ó lè ní Agbala Gabriel. Muyideen, I was called by the woman in your church.
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé ilé tí ẹ̀ ń kọ́ fún wọn yẹn, ẹ̀ ń kọ́lé yẹn síbi tí wọ́n ń pè ní Agbala Gabriel. Ilé yẹn àwọn tẹ́ ń kọ́ fún, wọ́n máa gbé ibẹ̀ fún ìgbà tí ẹ̀mí wọn bá fi wà láàyè ni. Tó bá ti kú, Agbala Gabriel ẹ máa lé gbogbo fámìlì wọn kó ń bẹ̀ o.
Today is about a pastor. He's called Agbala Gabriel. He's into charity. You cannot call him a philanthropist because he's not doing this out of his own pocket. We have to be clear about this before we proceed. He recently visited Europe, went to the UK, and he solicited for money like he often does. And this prompted people to kind of look deep into Agbala Gabriel. Now, hold on a second. Nigerians or Africans or whoever it is that is into charity did not begin charity themselves. They actually copied it from Caucasian, often mistakenly called white people. Nobody is white. Never seen one. So, this Caucasian often come up with this charity thing. Although they've instituted some body to monitor this in their own country or countries, in their own continent. But that does not exempt the criminality, fraud that is in charity. Now, Agbala Gabriel decided to stretch hand of help towards certain individuals, destitute, poor people, and it became more popular when he stretched hand of help towards old, hailing actors and actresses in Nigeria. Now that Agbala Gabriel traveled to the UK, he has the opportunity to now travel to the UK. This kind of put searchlight on him. People want to know what's really going on. And here we are today. Agbala Gabriel is tagged a thief, a criminal. There is a case that came up recently, and I think that is the latest charity that Agbala Gabriel has on his hands. There was a man that Agbala Gabriel solicited for money to help, and they donated money. People donated money to settle the man financially. I mean, open up a business for him. Agbala Gabriel came back again and said, oh, this time around, the man needs money to marry. Okay, I think some people donated money, he got married. Then Agbala Gabriel came back again and said, this time around, this man needs money to fix his teeth. And this is something that is strange, isn't it? That he needs money to fix his teeth. People got angry. They said, no, I mean, Nigerians in diaspora, they are like, hold on a second, do you think we steal or we pick money on the floor here in Europe? Are you serious? Don't you know that for a man to get married, you must have something doing? We've helped you to get something doing. Why can't you, at least people have donated to get you married, to pay for your marriage. It's okay. About your teeth, why don't you work and fix your teeth? Now, Agbala Gabriel seems to have gone extra. And this, like I said, prompted people to begin to searchlight, touchlight, gaslight Agbala Gabriel. And he has something to say as regards this. He wants to respond because it's like all of a sudden, people say your scam is over. Agbala Gabriel used to enjoy, so much accolade. People applauded him. But now, things have changed. People said, Agbala Gabriel, you are a thief, you are a scam, you are a criminal. We cannot call you a philanthropist. You say you have a charity. you go seeking for money from people to give to people. Are you saying that some of the houses that you claim you are building for destitutes are for the destitutes for life? Or this is being built in your own land in where they call Agbala, Gabriel? Is that where you're building it just for a place for the people to stay for the meantime? And if they RIP or something happens, you kick them out. Well, let us listen to Agbala Gabriel, and we'll also be listening to a blogger called Esabod and another man who said, no, I have seen into Agbala Gabriel. Is a
Agbala Gabriel. Muhyiddin, I was called by the woman in your church. He's a church member. It's pre-planned. You acted it. You acted it. Stop fooling people. I'm a pastor kan wà lórí social media. He said, ìbá ṣe yàn mẹ́fà lówó. Ìbá ṣe yàn wọ́n ní títorí wípé àwọn fẹ́ gbà àwọn ènìyàn kó tàpá sí ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ Ọlọ́run. Ó lórúkọ mi Gabriel ó lè ní ẹ́. Wọ́n bá bàdàn jẹ fún wa. Má bá tó bá fẹ́ ṣe tẹ́bí mi ò ṣe tọrẹ àmì tó mọ́ fún yàn lówó yìí ní charity. Àpò ara mi mo ti mú owó tó pé mo níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Àpò ara mi mo ti ń fún wọn lówó. Mi ìbẹ àwọn fáǹsì mi. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa wo ló ń ṣe ń bí yẹn? Ó ṣiṣẹ́ Olúwa, ó ń gbá àwọn èèyàn ni. Ó rí pé nìkan disgrace ẹ̀ máa ń monitor ẹ̀ gan. Wọ́n disgrace ẹ̀ ní gẹ̀ta ìlọ́wọ́ ṣó yìí. Ń gbò gbé Muhyiddin wá. Ẹ Muhyiddin ní yìí o, obìnrin tó fẹ́ fẹ́ ní yìí o, a fẹ́ lọ mọ àwọn òbí rẹ o, ẹ pè wọlé kẹ́ ẹ dáwó. Ẹnìkan kọ́kọ́ pè wọlé, ó máa 100,000 lẹ̀. Ìkejì pé wọlé ó máa fi 200 tó pé kán lọ mọ̀ wọ́n, kí n ṣe introduction pé kó nǹkan lọ mọ̀ wọ́n. Nígbà tẹ́ni bàbá kan máa pè wọlé, ó ní ṣèbí àti dá lóko àti kọ́lé fún. Ó ní iṣẹ́ owó tí ó fò mọ́tò látọ́ká tó máa dá báyìí. Ṣé ẹni gbogbo kọ́ọ̀tù wá contenance change kò gbé wọn sí speaker. Wọ́n máa ti pè bàbá pọ̀ bí òṣì gbé wọn sí speaker mọ́ ni. I'm a blogger. We pick on the news on social media. We talk about whatever we see on social media. Mi ò ní sísè tí mo ìbọn fún pastor bá o. Ṣé mi ṣiṣẹ́ kí n tó rówó ni àbúgbọ́ pé mò ń jalè. Tó bá lo fẹ́ kọ́lé fún yàn, tó ń dá 20 million. Lórí kámẹ́rà wà láì 30 million extra ti wọ nínú àkáǹtì. It's getting too annoying. Olú fẹ́ ṣe small introduction fún yàn. Ó tún ní ẹ pè wọlé kẹ́ ẹ dáwó sínú àkáǹtì. Go and work. Ẹnu àmọ́ ọkùnrin ní tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ni tó fẹ́ sọ ń pa mi. Sọ sí àwọn èèyàn bá kọ̀ rẹ̀ tẹ̀ lórí social media. Ó mọ̀ fún wọn lé ṣiṣẹ́ wòlíì ní ọ̀sà. Tó bá fẹ́ mi léjì láàkọ́ mi, let us get started. Pastor tó máa ń report to page. Ó máa ń flag page tó máa ti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Bó bá ti flag mi kó máa ń dispute ẹ̀, máa ń ja ẹ̀dá nù mí tó mi play voice ẹ̀. Pagi ṣe pastor tó náwọn tọ́ọ̀gì tó máa ń report to page. Bí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ́, kí ló máa ń report to page? Èyí tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí wá ti máa report. Ṣé gẹ́gẹ́ bí olóṣèlú? Ṣé ibẹ̀ táwọn ń flag page? Ṣé wọ́n ní wọ́n ń bú? Olóòtú máa ń sọ pé òun lọ́ta gan láàrin àwọn pastor. Wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, ó ní káwọn tọ́ọ̀gì ẹ̀kọ́ máa kọ́mẹ́ǹtì kiri. Àwọn ìtàn wà wọṣọ àmì. It shows in your face that you're on Facebook to fraud. Ẹ mọ oríṣi tó fi máa ń gbé project ilé wa. Tó máa ní kẹ́ dáwó fáláìsàn kò lè rówó ńbẹ̀. Ṣé pé owó ilé is not accountable. Gbogbo ẹ̀wọ̀n máa pọ̀ ni. Ẹ máa pọ̀ ni. Ibi ẹ̀yẹ gangan nìjẹ́ wà. Dárúkọ pásọ̀ tó ń ṣe irun tó ń ṣe. Tó máa wí fún ẹ wà ní wọ́n ń jẹ́ lọ́sẹ̀. Kí ni ń bẹ lára rẹ tó ń jẹ́ lọ́sẹ̀? Apalapa Joseph ẹsẹ̀lẹ́sẹ̀ Jacob.
Pastor Gabriel tó ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ dúdú gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí ó ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Wàhálà ti ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ sọ fún Pastor Gabriel wípé ṣé ìpè tọ́lárun pè yín sílẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí sà? Èmi ò bá yín jà o lórí pé ẹ̀ ń gbowó, ṣùgbọ́n màá tún bá yín jà nítorí pé ẹ ti fi gbígba owó ọ̀hún ẹ ti fi ń wọ̀n fáwọn èèyàn pé ẹ ti fi ń lo jìbìtì. Ẹ má bínú o pásítọ̀ Agbala Gabriel, ẹ ti fi gbígba owó yín yìí, ẹ má bínú, ẹ ti fi ń wọ̀n pé ẹ ti fi ń lo jìbìtì. Lójú ara yín ẹ rí pé Muyideen is a season film tí wọ́n ní wò tán bíi tèmi náà tí mo yọ lẹ́yìn.
pé òkè so nínú ministry káwájọbọ ọ̀run náà òkè eléyìí tó wá kù ibẹ̀ ni mo ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wájọbọ ọ̀run lọ́nà wo lọ́nà ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ká fi ọmọ làkejì ṣe bóun ló sún mi dédi foundation àrán yẹn lọ́wọ́ mi ń kọ́lé fún yẹn rí láyé mi ń ṣe nǹkan kan rí ní tí mo máa ń ṣe jù pé kí n fárúgbó ráìsì kí n fún ilẹ̀ lágbájá ráìsì ká fún wọn lọ́wọ́ chẹ́ńjì tó wà lọ́wọ́ tèmi ń táwọn èèyàn bá fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn about 9 years ago kò Facebook gan mi ò tí ì ní page gan Facebook account tí mi ní ju 3,000 friends lọ là ń ṣe wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ìyá yẹn àwọn ìyá lásàlá tó àdúgbò wa kó wọn jọ èlùbọ́ abọ́kọ̀ kan torí èlùbọ́ wọn láàfún pẹ̀lú 500 naira arúgbó mélòó arúgbó 20 arúgbó 30 ohun tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kínní ìlàjú nígbà adìpáwa náà ní page ṣé mọ̀ sà ẹ̀yìn gan lọ́lọ́run lò tí kínní ìfìfẹ́jú tán bá ní yóò dá báyìí máa nírọ́ ni tán bá ní Àgbàlá Gabriel yóò wá di èmi gan máa ń jókòó pé Olúwa ìta ń tọrọ ni pé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ọmọ ìjọ díẹ̀ ká máa ṣe wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ eléyìí ti pọ̀ jù sà ògo máa ń débi táyọ̀ jókòó pé Olúwa kínní ti pọ̀ jù kí ló dé níwájú Ọlọ́run àti ènìyàn máa jókòó pé wọ́n ti kínní wá ariwo gbogbo Àgbàlá Gabriel ṣé n tá ń ṣe náà ló tó báyìí ìbí ráìsì náà mo lọ pín ní àdúgbò kan ìbí mò ń bọ̀ látòrí òkè ní that was 2020 kan ní mo látòrí òkè ìyá kan wọ́n ní ò tí ì jẹun mo lè yálé Olúwa ní kí n yálé ẹ̀ kò tí ì dà báyìí ògo ni fún Jésù lókè ọ̀run kí ni mò ń sọ ni pé mi ì mọ̀ pé yóò dà báyìí mọ̀mọ́ ṣàmì o ohun tó rò ní rere ohun tó rò ní àánú ohun tó rò ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ yóò jálù ọ́ lójijì ṣàmì yóò jálù ọ́ lójijì. I never knew you will honor me this way. I never know you will honor me this way, Daddy. I never knew you will honor me this way. Honor me this way. Thank you, Daddy. Ebube mo pon se ma korin Igbo na. Uchineke me unana no ibiri se budebe unaga sigida alomaje se de so. Eyin be ma binu ko mi kin so ni. Isaga dugede imana sidi afada isaga didide. I never knew you. I never knew. I don't know. I say you di nǹkan àgbáyé. Àṣé Ọlọ́run wò mí láti gbà mo ti ṣe ní 9 years ago. Èmi ò mi ere ni dáwó ngbà yẹn. Owó ọrẹ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì 2,000 tá bá pa ni màá fi relùbọ́ abọ́ méjì tí màá ha. I don't know. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe ń lùlù díẹ̀ torí mo máa ń lùlù. Ngbà mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ránṣẹ́ mo tún lùlù díẹ̀. Màá tún ká owó yẹn pọ̀. Ògo ni fún Jésù lónìí. Ògo ni fún Jésù lónìí. Ògo ni fún Jésù lónìí. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbọ́ mi ìràwọ̀ rí ó tàn. Ayé rí ó lóyin. Ayé rí ó ládùn. 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 Ayé rí ó lóyin. Ìròyìn ayọ̀ ká tó sọdún ó wọlé ẹ̀ o. Ẹ wá wo Olúwa sọ kíní kan fún mi ó dẹ̀ sọ fáwọn tó rán sí mi ẹ̀ ní kíni Olúwa ní àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ mo á jókòó mo ní Olúwa pẹ̀lú gbogbo ilé Olúwa ní ìránṣẹ́ mi ò tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ Olúwa ní tí n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ àyà rẹ̀ ó já Olúwa ní tí n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ àyà rẹ̀ ó já mo ní Olúwa ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó nínú
You might begin a project small and eventually you realize that this project is lucrative And that is where greed comes into it. I observed that this young man, Agbala Gabriel, has been into local charity. I mean, he solicits for assistance and he goes to take care of old people. And he has been doing this for some time. That does not mean that he has not changed or turned into someone who is simply soliciting for funds to take care of his own need and also do for other people. But then, you see, it's more like the church that you go to. Your pastor instructs you that you must give to him tithe. Your pastor instructs you that you must pay for his enjoyment. You must pay him salary. You must take care of him. Now, there is a catch. You see, you work and you get paid, or you are into business and you get money from it, off it. Now, your pastor wants you to donate money, to give him money. Everyone giving him money. That will make him richer than you. That's what it means. Unless you're... That's just what it is. There is no way, if you have millionaires in your church, if they keep giving you that, keep giving you, one day that pastor will become richer than those billionaires. But he will have to appear like he's not richer than them for them to continue maintaining what they give to him. That's how it works. It's the same thing with music artists and all of that. You pile your money to watch their show, to watch what they do, and they get richer to a point where they get security. It's the same thing. So Agbala Gabriel is beginning to understand from all that he's saying here. He never knew. It could be true that he never knew that it would be big, but he knows the meaning of what he's doing, sort of. And if he said he doesn't know, it's okay. But now he knows he's now beginning to see the bigger picture. He's beginning to see the enormity of what he's doing. He has seen that this can fly me to the UK. This has made me popular. And he wants to keep on pressing. He said nothing is going to stop him. But rather than him saying nothing is going to stop me, he said, God told me. Do not forget that he's the pastor. He said, God told him. It could be that God told him all of this. It could be this is what he came to this world to do. I don't know. But there is a thin line between the so-called men of God or self-acclaimed pastors or men of God and crime. There is a thin line. Defrauding members, manipulating people with the name of God. This is their point of connection to you. They manipulate you. They know you cannot hold them accountable. If you don't get your miracle, how is it their own fault? You either have a sin in you, or you are faithless, you are an unbeliever, something. You know, they will always come up with that. And with this, people are beginning to say, Agbala Gabriel, we want to see transparency. That's it. Now, if people in your church, as a pastor, request for accountability, you begin to quote scriptures and you will talk of Moses. You will talk of Abraham. You talk of Abraham giving to God and also watching to see who comes to take the sacrifice. And God said, oh, this sacrifice, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to take your son, Isaac, blah, blah, blah. You know, people, they know how to. Are you God now? They say, no, is it not God that you are giving to? Well, just do your own, and then whatever the pastor does is not your... The thing is, if you go deeper, you realize that if you plant in a fallow ground or you plant in a desert, it might not yield fruit. There is nothing wrong with accountability. This is different. You see, charity is a different thing. It's a different call. There should be accountability. There should be accountability. And that is what I think people are requesting for. They want accountability. They don't want Agbala Gabriel to now grow to a point where he will now become a thing God. Like now, and they also want him to reinvent himself. I think that's just basically what it is. Because I'm not going to say there is anything wrong in the charity that he is into. And there's nothing wrong in the charity. They just need accountability. And they also want him to reinvent himself, re-educate himself. There are certain needs, or is it want, that I want to call it now, that he often put out there, like you have, like the latest one, you have asked people to, you've solicited for funds on behalf of a man to get him something doing. That's one. You also solicited for funds to have a house for the man. You solicited for funds to get the man married. And they did. Now you came soliciting for funds to help the man fix his teeth. How does that make sense? To fix his teeth as how? Why don't you encourage the man to join an entrepreneur or masterclass somewhere to tutor him on how to make it in life, in business, or whatever it is that you open for him? Why don't you allow the man go through that phase so that he can now become a solid structure that will now pull other people? This is what you need to do when you help these people and they've come to a point. Try and educate them, encourage them to be better so that they can now pull other people up. Not that you say now he needs money for his teeth. Then when he gives back to a child, you say now people should donate money. No, that's not what it is. It has now become to people stupid. It has become scam. It has become, come on. That's what it has become. I'm not going to say Agbala Gabriel will not take care of his own needs unless he has job, apart from being a pastor, unless his church is so big with a lot of people giving him tithe. But if it is this charity, definitely, if 100,000 comes in, like you heard from the beginning, that the money of a thing is not gotten from, let's take care of the health of this person. Let's pay for the hospital bill of this person. The money that Agbala Gabriel gets, according to what the first speaker said, the lady said, Esabod, is actually from the building of house. You know that one now, even you, if you are building your own house, at times you lose track, you lose count of how much you have put into it. That is from that one that he makes money. Obviously, Agbala Gabriel will definitely be making money, unless Agbala Gabriel wants to tell us the job that he does. You say you're a pastor, how much how much do you get as a pastor? How much do they pay you? How much are you paid as a pastor? How much offering or tithe do you get? Definitely, Agbala Gabriel, to live the life that he's living, somehow must be getting some percentage from what he's getting. It is not Agbala Gabriel is not the first person. We have other people who have gone silent now. Who have gone silent. They used to be in this charity, which, like I said, is not something that is new. It's not something that is new. But let us see if Agbala Gabriel will remodify, reinvent himself, re-educate himself, or outrightly we'll see through him. And I believe people will be able to judge for themselves if Agbala Gabriel is truly into serious, injurious, destructive scam with this charity.